The Regents Podcast. The Regents Podcast.
Here we are.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Regents Podcast.
Welcome.
I'm Ellen.
And I am Aja.
And we are...
That will never get old, okay?
Happy 1 year of the podcast.
Yes.
Because we are two best friends
who quit our jobs
to pursue our passions.
Okay, amen.
There we go. It's 1 year and we still struggle. You know why? Because we're not a scripted podcast, people, okay? That's why. You know, there's other podcasts that follow a little document that literally says like Aja says, Ellen says, Aja says, Ellen says. No, we're on the fly, off the cuff, authenticity.
Right. What you see is what you get in the moment.
Yeah. See? So, you know, people pay extra for just off the cuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they do. Okay. And you will.
Nothing cookie cutter about it. Well, guys, we realize it has been 1 year since we started the podcast and, you know, felt that it's a good point in time for reflection, a good point in time for celebration, you know, good time to recalibrate, you know, as with any, you know, business or project or anything that you do, it's always good to like have a check-in. You know, see what works, what's not working. I don't love the like what's working and what's not working. I think I more so like the like what's working and what do we want to work on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like what's not working. It's like everything needs work, you know?
No, I was saying everything that we do works.
Oh, well, everything. Yeah, obviously. Everything's like everything we touch is gold.
Thank you. You took the words out of my mouth. Not working. I don't know what that is.
I can't relate. It's not working. We're working harder than we've ever worked in our lives. Not working.
Not working? Not us.
Don't know her. Don't know her.
Sorry
to this man. Well, actually, that is so funny. That is so funny that that you said that because I was thinking about that one. So Aja and I are going to do a little checkup, little check-in. That we're going to check out. And I'm just kidding. So we're going to do that. And then we have little surprise game segment that are inspired by the podcast and inspired by just us, our relationship. And we're going to surprise each other with the segments. So Aja doesn't know what I prepared. I don't know what Aja's prepared. And we're going to have a little fun. We're going to do a little something different for the 1 year anniversary pod. But first, I think it's important to kind of like have a little reflection and look back. So like I was telling you before we pressed record, I was scrolling in our text messages to look back and see like us talking about planning about like, let's do it. And it really started to percolate in the late summer of 2023. And then we really talked about it, getting it going at Cheesecake Factory in the winter of 2023.
Yes.
And then it was in January 2024 that we started texting each other about when do you want to do a test record? And okay, here's the edits from the test record. What do you think? I think this, like, you know, so if we ever do a Patreon, the test record might go there. So just so you guys know.
I love that.
You know, the early days, you know, it's like our demo.
It is.
And, you know, that was in January and we were really like, let's get it going. And I remember us and in the text talking just about, and talking on the phone too about, you know, wouldn't it be great to launch during like Women's History Month? Wouldn't it be great to like, you know, end this quarter of the year with launching something so that we can start, you know, Q2 with like something off the ground. So we had started recording and had banked episodes because we wanted to have an episode bank. But our first published episode, our first live episode was March 7th, 2024.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. And we've just come so far. And I just love that, like, from my own personal reflection point, and obviously, like, I'm curious to hear your thoughts, but I think, you start something like this, you're like, okay, like, what's it gonna be like? Or like, and I don't even think, I'm not the like, 30, 60, 95 years in the future. I'm working on being more like that. I'm a little bit more like, it is what it is, and we'll see what happens. And I I feel like we've had a lot of fun, and we've
Yeah.
like it's what I would have wanted it to be, if that makes sense. Like,
Oh, I love
it's been
that. Yeah.
fun. We haven't had there's no issues whenever there's something where like I need to reschedule, you need to reschedule, or like this post isn't ready or this isn't happening. It's always just like, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get it
Okay.
done. Like it's just our energy
Yes.
of how we've always been. So I'm I'm not surprised that it's continued, but I'm really, really grateful that
Happy.
it's been this way and that it has continued this way.
Absolutely.
And that there's not been like a, well, you're doing this and I'm doing this and I want to, you do more. Like it's just been such a natural flow of like, okay, well, I'm doing this. So like you're gonna take on
You're
some of
doing
this, or like
more.
let's add, like, let's do this, or what do you think of that? And it's just been so natural. So I'm
Mhm.
just really grateful that like the core friendship that we have always had, that was the inspiration to even do something like this,
Yeah,
has s- maintained the whole way.
for sure.
And like we haven't changed. Not
No.
like we've had like, this weird gangbuster overnight success that's changed us individually.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like it's not like our dynamic has
Yeah.
changed. And if anything, on top of all of it, then another thing that I'm just incredibly, incredibly grateful for
Mhm.
is the fact that we've gotten to talk every week, every week
Every
for a
week.
year. And like
That part.
when was the last time we could say that we actually talked every week? I mean, in
Prior
college,
to yeah,
like we were like
literally.
consistently talking to each other every week,
Absolutely.
you
Had to.
know? Because
Yeah.
that's life. As you get older, it's like, oh, let's do our check-ins, let's do our quarterly check-ins, let's go and get it, let's
Yep.
go to the restaurant next time I come home and we can like catch up. And it's like,
Right.
no, like you're in my weekly life, which is like such a blessing.
Hey, you're in my weekly life.
No, because you know how it is. There's friends
I
that you're
love
like,
that.
I'm
Of
extremely
course.
close with, that it's like, okay, we do like a every 2 month check in, whatever.
Check-in. Yes, exactly.
And I
No,
love that we have this like such an
like a
intentionality.
regular yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do I. I really, really do. That
Yeah.
warms my heart.
Yeah, it does. I'm like, I love that I can be like, who was I saying that to? I was probably Aja. I was
Was
saying this, da, da, da. Like, I always do that. I always do that.
Ellen. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, I was just
Same.
saying this to Aja.
I think I just said that to Brandon yesterday.
I love that. I love
So
that
I know. No, it's
because people can be big in your life, but not
mhm,
be as like, I don't know, like actively every day
active.
in your
Exactly.
life. But to have like somebody who's like as important and then as active, and like, it's like, we're like constantly talking now, which is not, I'm not saying we
Right.
weren't. It's just like we are in
Talking
each other's.
more.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
I love it.
No, that's so such a true point. We are very active in each other's lives. And not only do we know that, everybody knows that because we have a podcast
It's
together. So
documented.
it's documented the world. There is no denying. And I
Mhm.
love that, it's just amazing. And everything you said, ditto. Ditto to all of that. Us being, in each other's lives, having the same dynamic. And I think what we have to attribute that to is how our friendship started was a working relationship as
Yeah.
Redcaps,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
it was this very social type of organization, like fun, but we did like work together.
Yeah.
It was a freshman orientation type of program for just the 2.5, 3 weeks, whatever it was on campus. And we learned from that, like, we can work together, we can have fun together, like
Mhm.
all of the things. And then that just kind of morphed into the actual school year, being
Yeah.
RAs together, literally working together. We worked hard as
Yeah.
RAs, okay? And still being able to like cultivate our friendship.
Yeah.
So, this is what we're used to.
It's
And I
That's so true.
it's so important that I think it's so beautiful that we can do both,
Yes.
and not lose sight of one or the other. Like, ugh, we're
Yeah.
working together now and it just feels like work,
Yeah.
like we don't have that. And I don't know if that's normal for people or whatever, but
Well, I think that that's like,
mm,
I think that that's also something behind the scenes that people don't know is that there are some times where like we don't record.
Yeah.
Like we do just we do just like friend out and like have
Mhm.
to talk and there's stuff going on and we don't have we don't have like the no, like today's not a record day. We're just going to like catch up or like we've
Yeah.
caught up for so long that we don't want to record now. Like,
No,
it's all the
always
above, but
recording
I
on.
totally agree that like if I do start to like not 30, 60, 90, but like envision a dream of like imagine this taking off, imagine this becoming successful, imagine this being like almost like a key that unlocks all the other like dreams that we have for ourselves of like what have you. It would be really cool to know and like I always say this to you, like, if I ever was, like, lucky enough to have, like, a show and have, like, a writer's room, like, I would be
Mhm.
desperate to have you in my writer's room because I just feel like and I think this is an important thing for people to search for in life. You find the people that make you feel the most like yourself,
Mm.
and then also permission to be yourself and confidence to be yourself. Like
Wow.
I feel like I am the most myself like when we talk and when we catch up and all the stuff and I can be exactly who I am, which is a very different person from you. Like we're not the same person.
Right.
I curse like a sailor. Like we have different ideas or different perspectives on things, but like
Yeah.
the fact that like and to take it back to having been like colleagues first of like there's a mutual respect
Mhm.
there of like I saw someone working hard and I
Yeah.
saw the way you treated people
Mm.
before I could classify you as my friend,
Right, right, right.
right? So
Yeah.
there is like this base level of like real true like admiration and respect for this person who then grew into one of my closest friends
Yeah.
because you don't just say like oh that's my friend like oh, that's my best friend or this is my friend. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
we grew into our friendship.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean forced proximity also. We were living together.
I mean, we didn't have
it
much
was
of a choice.
it was really quick. It wasn't like,
It was quick. It
months
was.
long. It was like by the end of the 2 weeks of living together, I was just
Oh
like
my gosh.
I was like, "Oh my
Don't
god."
leave
Like
me.
no, literally because you were trying to play a prank on me that you were leaving early and I was
Right.
distraught.
She was distraught.
I was
Okay.
like, "How could you do this to
She's
me?
like,
I
no, I
can't
have to
stay
leave
here.
early.
I can't
Sorry.
stay here alone."
And you would have thought we went to like high school together,
Yeah.
everything. Like
Yeah. I was like, "No, don't
just a
leave
couple
me."
weeks. It was a very, very
Literally, like,
fast
2
fall.
weeks and change, maybe.
Fell in love real quick.
No, truly, 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 truly. And I do really love that it's like I feel like I can even see our dynamic in other podcast duos that I follow,
Mm, mhm.
where it's so there's just like, there's that banter, and then there's the person who has like more of like a calm presence, and then someone who's a little bit more like
Yeah.
me, a little bit more erratic,
A little bit more.
a little bit more I don't know, for the audio listeners, I don't know, I
Ella's
just
waving. It's her.
hi, it's me.
It's
Hi.
me. Hi.
I'm the problem. It's
I'm
me.
the erratic one. It's me.
Do you know what I mean though? Like
Oh.
there is that balance too of like I was saying, like being completely myself and knowing that like it's like received and respected and
Hmm.
like celebrated. Do you know what I
Celebrated.
mean? And that's why
Absolutely.
I feel like I
Yeah.
can be like the most heightened version of myself. Like I feel like I always tell you, I'm like, I feel like I'm the funniest when we're talking or when we're going back and forth because this is the like kind of, I don't know, like communication, emotional home that feels best to me,
Mm. Wow.
you know?
That is so nice.
Yeah.
Feels best to me.
Well,
You know,
it does, it's like I think
yeah.
it's like important to like notice when you're in relationships. Like I told you years ago when my therapist was like, look at your friends, like look at the types of friendships you have and how do they make you feel and like how they show up for you and how you show up for them. Like if you were looking for a partner, that's what you should look for. And that
Mhm.
really changed my perspective because I started realizing like how emotionally safe I felt around like my closest friends
Yeah.
and how that makes a huge difference.
Right, right. Wow. Ellen has dropped a lot. Okay.
If
I
nothing,
done
if
did
not
an emotional
long-winded.
whole No, first of all, thank you. I don't take any of what you just said lightly, and I'm
Mm.
happy that I could help to foster an
Mm.
environment like that on this podcast and our friendship, as two, 30 somethings living this life and on our entrepreneurial journey. Like that really warms my heart, because you always want to be a good friend, a
Yeah.
friend that fosters creativity and inspiration and also is a supportive friend and loving and caring and thoughtful, considerate, like all those things. So I'm taking all of that as a compliment.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of
But
course.
I want you to know that you do exactly the same for me. And I think what makes this whole like journey, this podcast journey so great is that, like you said, there is no pressure. We kind of like ebb and flow with it. And that is so perfect for what we're doing with our
Mm.
lives. Like it's been therapeutic to
Yeah.
have these check-ins, or whether we record or not,
Yeah.
and just talking about the things that we decide to kind of chat about and go in depth about is like it helps me. It's the best like support system. And I
Mm.
always talk about Ellen people because I'm just like, well, my friend and I we're both kind of like on parallel journeys in our, respective careers because we can actually talk about it with each other.
Yeah.
And I know we've discussed on this podcast before, like we have other friends who are maybe not entrepreneurs or solopreneurs in any type of way. And obviously they're there for us and supportive and
Yeah.
excited to hear about the things that we're doing. But it's so different when you can talk to someone who's actively going through it with you, alongside
Mhm.
you. And you guys can, go back and forth and like, oh my gosh, well, I'm going through the same thing. And look at what happened with this. Like,
Yep.
I'm thinking about this and I don't even
Yeah.
know what
Like, we're just
like,
talking about invoices. Like,
yeah.
not
Before we're
everybody.
starting, we're talking about net 30. Okay.
Exactly, exactly. Like, not it's not like a good or bad thing that, like, other people don't get it or don't or do get it. It's just
Right.
that we are in a similar world and we do get it. And we're like, "Yeah, that is this. That makes me feel this. Does that make you feel that way?" Or like, "I do this. What do
Right.
you do?" It's, like, so
It's
helpful.
helpful in a way that like only entrepreneurs would understand, and especially being a solopreneur, like we don't have workplace banter. We don't have
Yeah.
water cooler talk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So this is one of those venues where we can actually do those things and kind of
Yep.
go back and forth and
Welcome to the
share.
water cooler.
This is the water. We spoke about that, I think, in one of the early episodes.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned like, "Oh, this is like my water cooler talk,"
Oh, for sure.
being an
There's
entrepreneur.
so much I feel that women share at the water cooler, quote unquote, in a
Right.
workplace. Like, there is that like sense of like connection and community, even within a workplace, of like women just kind of connecting and like, is this happening to you in the office? Or like, what do you think about this? Or did you hear that? Like, there is so much, or like, what do you do for this? Or like, oh my God, how do I save money on that? Like, if you start to kind of, and I wonder if there's even kind of studies or culture, like, probably not because it's about women and people don't, focus on us enough.
Fair.
But,
Right.
I would be curious to know if there's some kind of like sociological study about like
Mhm.
office culture and
Yeah.
how perhaps if there's like more women in an office, there's like more culture
Oh, I bet.
and like what that looks like community culture versus just,
Yeah.
oh, we play ping pong because it's a startup and like everyone's wearing hoodies and like we get
Right,
great
right.
lunches and like there's a cold brew machine. Like, that's a culture,
Yeah.
but that's not community,
Right, right.
you know?
Exactly. Yep.
And that's what I
And
feel like we're doing here is like, because we don't
absolutely.
play games all the time and we don't just go light sea and like ping pong vibes. Like, we go deep, but we talk
We go
about
deep.
real things, and I think that
Mhm.
that's what fosters like a sense of community with people.
Right, exactly. And people feel connected. And they get to know us on a deeper level than us just speaking hypothetically about things that pertain to business or starting
Yeah.
a business or whatever. Um, so yeah, we hope you guys are enjoying it as
Yeah,
much
I
as
hope
we've
it's
enjoyed
been
it.
I hope it's
For
been fun to listen to.
Yeah, I pray so. And we have some really great things moving forward,
Yeah.
that you guys will see in our next year of
Yeah.
podcasting. So you got to stick around
Good
and check
stuff
that out.
coming.
Yes,
Watch this
very good.
space.
Exciting stuff coming.
And because it is like a 1-year celebration,
Hmm.
we want to do like some different fun things. And
Yes.
like we're talking about like, oh, what if we play like little games that are like, us specific and podcast specific. But, I thought it'd be fun for us to play a little game because we don't really do that on this podcast.
Right, right. I
Um,
love that.
yeah, and it
But we
could
love a
also
game.
yeah, we love a
Okay.
game. We love games.
Ellen and I love games.
Yeah, we do. We love games.
We love games.
Remember we played that wolf game at 4th of July at my nanny's house?
The wolf game?
It was kind of like Mafia
Oh,
at
yes.
the
Yes,
table.
yes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of, though? I'm thinking of freaking telestrations.
Ah, the
That's what
best. I
I love that
love
game.
I
I was
love
just
telestrations.
telling someone about it, like,
Ah,
a couple weeks ago.
it is so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I told you about the time that we played telestrations after dark with my family and my
Yes,
cousin.
you did.
Guys, again, that's also like the
Right.
Regents Podcast after dark or something,
Yeah,
hashtag
yeah.
off duty, the Regents Podcast off duty.
Hashtag off duty.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like weekend duty or something when things
Yeah.
go crazy,
Things get
because
insane.
that's a Patreon episode waiting to happen. Just like,
Oh, it is.
yeah,
Oof.
some craziness. But yeah, we love games.
Yeah, we do.
Just all that to say, we love games.
We love game. We live for them. Okay.
Yes.
So,
Telestrations, Hasbro sponsor us. I hope that that's who's
oh, that would be awesome. I
wouldn't that
know.
be so fun to be sponsored by
NFL
like a game
sponsor us.
night or something?
That would be great.
Yeah. I just posted something where I literally in the video was like, sponsor me. It's like, you know,
You got to shoot your shot.
yeah, closed
Listen,
mouths don't get fed, okay?
that part. That part. They're probably like, you know what? Actually, we're looking for somebody
Yeah. They're like, wow, oh my
to,
God.
to market this product.
A mid-30s white
It's
woman with brown hair in LA. Rare.
couldn't have thought of that on my own.
Like, what a rare
Oh
breed.
man,
Never
she is
seen one of those
rare.
before.
The more you know about her, though.
Well, that's the thing.
Listen,
That's the thing. That's all the stuff that
yeah,
people see from the outside is all just such box ticks. And it's like, no, like human level. I'm
right.
so I've been saying box tick a lot because I've been watching a lot of TikToks about Married at First Sight.
Okay,
Have you heard about the show Married at First Sight?
I have
Okay.
heard about it. Haven't
There's an
watched
Australian version. I love reality shows based in other countries. You know this. I don't
it.
anything in America I'm not really usually a fan of except for Big
Trashy,
Brother.
except for Love Is Blind.
Well, Love is Blind, yes.
Love
But
Is
you know what I think that is? It's regional.
Blind. Okay.
It's very specific. So it's like almost like a window
Oh
into
gosh.
like a subculture of the country
Okay.
because it's
All right.
specific. So I find that interesting because I don't know.
Oh, I
I
didn't
don't.
know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like the last
Oh,
one was just Minneapolis. The only thing
really?
the only thing I know about Minneapolis is that's where Target's headquarters is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
But then watching it, a lot of people were nurses and worked in the medical field. And I was like, what the fuck? Why are they all there? Like, and
That's in
then I
Minneapolis.
learned that there's a lot of major hospitals there, a lot of
Oh,
big money hospitals, like the ones that do like the big research and the big,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Not Johns Hopkins, but stuff like that. That's an East Coast thing. So anyway, you know, Cornell, whatever. Okay, so anyway, that's why I like that show. And then Big Brother I like
Okay.
because it's like a pressure cooker. It's very different from being in the outside. It's different.
Yeah.
Look at me
Yeah.
trying to be like, my
It's
reality show tastes
different.
are different.
I don't just subscribe to any old
Okay,
crap.
Alan. But like Love
Whatever speaks
Island
to
in the
you.
UK, I like way more. Like I don't watch the US version. So anyway, I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here is like a Australian British thing where they put celebrities in the literal forest and the like it's like Survivor almost, but with
What?
celebrities. Yeah, it's hysterical. But
Oh
again, I don't
boy.
watch them. I watch the TikToks. So I follow
Okay.
ish. So
Yeah.
anyway, Married at First Sight. Why did I even start talking about Married at First Sight?
Yeah.
Guys, that's what happened. I didn't
We
take my
love games.
I didn't take my I didn't take my ADHD
Yeah,
medication.
medicine.
It's obvious. Okay. And I've been writing down stuff. I've been getting better. I
Ooh,
just forgot where the
I
tangent was
know.
going. But so anyway, I have been watching Married at First Sight. And
Okay.
I think maybe it was because I was saying something
Sponsor? You
relationship
were talking about a sponsor?
sponsor or
And games.
open mouths don't get fed games. I think it had something to do with
Not
like maybe the language I was using.
Oh, box tick. You want to tell us why
Oh,
it's not?
yes, yes. Thank you. Oh my God, we got
Okay.
back there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a very like Australian, like British thing is when they're on these dating shows, marriage shows, they're always just like, well, he ticks all my boxes. So I feel like, it's really going to work out between us. You tick in every box, or they'll be flirting or something. He'll be like, tick, tick, tick. You are just ticking every box, like that's how they,
Okay.
oh, you're ticking all my boxes. Like, it's like, that's how they talk. And I'm like, why is everyone box ticking? I don't get it.
Oh my gosh. This
Like when people talk
accent.
about dating, you're like, you tick every box. I'm like, what box?
Right. Well, you know the boxes. The
But I'm
list.
like,
It's the list.
the list, I mean, like I have a list,
Yes.
but I just don't think I would refer to someone as like, you tick boxes for me. I'd be
Well, of
like,
course.
or
I
or what they say on
maybe
Love
that's
is Blind, which makes
cultural.
me want to throw up. They're like, you're saying all the right things. Never say that. Never say that to
That's
someone. They're gonna
terrible.
say more of the right
They're
things,
gonna
and it's
say
not real.
right and not be truthful.
That's an opinion I have.
But
Okay,
now you say box tick.
but I was
If
just
you hate
saying
it.
it. Why was I saying it though? I don't even remember why I said box tick.
Girl,
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Guys, this is an
But
unscripted, this is
celebratory.
future
I'm
Patreon
fun.
content.
I'm
Okay.
happy to be here.
So, do you want me to start with a game?
Yes, I want you to
Yes.
start with your
I
game.
had a feeling you would. Okay, guys.
Oh man, I'm so
So,
excited.
the first game that we are going to play is I'm just pulling up my list here. The first game we're going to play is called Just Do It,
Okay.
or Girl, Don't Do It. It's not
Ooh,
worth it.
okay.
Do you know that TikTok sound? Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. I'll play it for you
I
really
don't
quick.
think so. Okay.
I should have known that you wouldn't know it.
Thank you. You
It's
already
before
know
no, it's
me
your before your TikTok time because you're
before
on
mine.
TikTok now.
Right, but
It's literally famous. I love that you don't know it.
Girl, don't do it. I'm not gonna do it. Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it.
And then it's like some big thing that they were like, I'm not gonna do it. I swear I'm not gonna do it. And I did it.
okay. Let's see.
Okay.
All right.
So the theme is just do it or girl, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Wrong with it. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the theme. Got it.
All right. So I have easy, medium, and hard questions. Would you like to start with an easy one?
Yes, please.
We'll do like one or two from each.
Okay.
Okay, easy questions.
Mm,
Just do it or girl, don't do it.
okay. Oh Lord.
Participate in a flash mob. Bust out some
Period.
choreo in the middle of a mall with strangers. Don't do it, girl, don't do it, or just do it. Oh, and by the way, I'm saying just do it because we say that all the time on the podcast if it wasn't
Exactly.
obvious.
If you're new here,
If you're
the
new,
thing is
if you're listening to this for the first time, go back to episode 1.
right. Just do
Start
it
at the
because not
beginning.
doing it
Is
not
not doing it. The first thing you can do is accomplish listening to a
doing
year's worth of
it.
episodes.
Ooh. You know, this is I have more to say than just the answer because I'm like, well,
No, I
if
love
I
it.
job, do I have to like I have to rehearse, right? I've never partaken in
Okay, so standard processes and procedures mean if you were going to participate in a flash mob, that means that you would have had to gone to the rehearsals, do the dress
Ooh,
code, like all of it, everything.
oh, okay. All right. Girl.
Bust out some choreo in the middle of a mall with strangers.
Oof.
You were learning this at home
Girl,
on
don't do
from a
it.
YouTube.
Don't It is not
Girl, don't do it.
Girl, don't do it.
I know.
Nah. Because what? What are we doing this for?
When those were happening and they were like in the height of their popularity, I was
Yeah.
girl, don't do it.
Don't.
Don't do it.
Because why are you doing
I
it?
think it's a good way to embarrass someone. That's what I think. I think if you were going to like embarrass someone,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
publicly,
Oof.
hire a flash mob.
Mm. No, I
Where
just
the
don't
people just
think
start peeling off randomly from their
right.
interactions. I'm like, oh my
Ugh,
God.
it's giving no, mm-mm.
What's that that Jim Carrey movie? Uh where he's like on a reality show and he doesn't know it his whole life.
Oh, you were telling me about this. I
Um
still haven't seen it. The Truman
Jim.
Show.
Yes, the Truman Show. Like that to me, I'm
Yeah.
like, so everyone I just walked past was paid to be there and this is not real.
Right. What kind of mom
This
is
is weird. Like that freaks me out.
that is insane. I recall when those were taking place. I've only seen them from social media. I have
Yeah.
not been.
I was low key in one.
Were you?
Yeah, so my cousin was getting married and her brother is a dancer, choreographer, and he basically sent us like a video to a
Yeah.
song. You're going to die. He sent us a video to a song, and when the song was played at the reception, everyone was to stand up and do the dance.
Oh, well, that's cute. It's at
Yeah,
your
it's in a
little
controlled
wedding.
environment. It's for a familial situation. It's a very different scenario than
Like
like,
some, yeah,
you
it's a
know,
more memorable type of
pay
thing.
to play dancing at a mall.
Right.
But it was to Katy Perry's Firework.
How long ago was this?
It was a long time ago. It was like in the 20
Oh my
teens. It
god.
was in
Okay,
the
when the
20
song was
teens.
very
Yeah.
I would love to know how this choreo looked. Where's the
It
video?
it looked a little rough. It looked a little rough, but it wasn't terrible. And of course,
Okay.
the brides were very surprised, I would say.
The
But
brides?
yeah, it was my cousin who was marrying her wife now. So it's like two women.
Okay,
But they
gotcha.
were very surprised, like
That's like a
very
oh,
surprised. They were like,
wow. Like
but
half the
also
time
I think
they're like,
even
"Why?"
song selection, they were just like, I think we're cooler than this, but okay.
Yeah. It's a little on the cheesy side, but yeah,
Yeah. But maybe, I don't know,
it's
maybe there was
fine.
deeper meaning that none of us knew to the song, but yeah.
Okay. But they didn't know it either because they didn't.
Awkward.
Yeah, so no, girl, don't do it.
Girl, don't do it. Okay. That was one question. Do you want to go easy again or do you want to go medium?
Let's go medium.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, just do it or girl, don't do it. Go ghost hunting in a real haunted house.
Ooh,
No backing out once you hear whispers.
just do it.
Really?
Yeah, Brandon and I, we haven't done it in like 2 years, but we love like haunted houses.
Oh,
I've always wanted to go. My sister and I were talking about going to, I think it's this like abandoned asylum in Pennsylvania or something.
yes.
We were talking about doing that. So
I'm
yeah,
aware of it. People like travel to it.
yes,
Oh,
exactly. Yes. See,
no.
I kind of like scared.
Ah, don't
I
do
was
it.
like, definitely not, girl. Don't do it. It'll
You
work.
could take the lead. You could take the lead.
I would say, yeah, go do
Oh,
it. Be scared. Why is it
oh.
fun being scared? I don't
I
know.
have like involuntarily been associated with like haunted houses. I have gone, yes,
Involuntarily.
I went to one with my Girl Scouts when I was younger, and they had like
Little baby
chainsaws with the
Ellen.
chains taken off of it that they could press up against you in tight corridors in a haunted castle type thing.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so
And
fun.
one girl got in trouble because she like pushed one of the actors and she got removed from the door. I know it's so dramatic.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're pushing up on her, she can push up on
That's what
them.
I said. I was like, you touch me, I'll touch you back. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Absolutely.
And then I went to one on like, I don't know, it was like Governor's Island or something. It was just not, it was scary. And then when I was living in New York, they opened up, you know how like all this Halloween stuff, they like temporarily open up like a
Yeah, pop up.
Halloween stores and stuff. They opened up a temporary haunted house in
Yeah.
the like building next door to mine.
What?
And it was the entire building on the inside was redone into like a haunted house.
Oh,
And for the
wow.
entire month of October,
Mm-hmm.
they had
All you heard was
people.
screams.
Yes.
Oh,
Because
no, that's
I could
annoying.
look out my window. You remember my apartment. I could see the apartment
Yeah.
next to it. I could see into the haunted house and you could hear people. And it was every 20
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
And was like, we had to call and tell them to be quiet. And they're like, well, we'll comp you tickets. I'm like, I am basically living in the haunted house.
go.
I don't
Right,
want to
right.
go.
Oh,
And there's all these
no.
people in the streets dressed up Halloween for the entire month of October,
Oh,
every
that's
night
annoying.
on the street and on the weekends. And it was like a 21 plus thing. So everyone was drinking. So there was just like
Of course.
masks and Halloween stuff and just drunken. And I'm walking Olive and it's just like, no.
This is a mess.
Yeah.
Right,
And this was like, I mean, it was like recently after COVID. So I was like
Oh, it was after
shocked.
COVID.
Yes, I was shocked that this was
Wow.
happening. I was like, how could you let this happen to the building
They had to
manager?
make their money back, okay?
They did. They're like, oh my God, in-person events. I'm like,
Oof.
okay.
Yeah. Wow.
That was,
That's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2 is, okay, we'll do a hard one. This is number 3. We'll do a hard one. Okay.
Okay, sounds great.
All right. So just do it or don't do it.
Uh-huh.
Spend 24 hours alone in the woods with no supplies.
Girl, don't do it. Definitely not.
You're fine with the ghosts,
I'm
but
fine
not with the
ghosts.
forest.
I'm fine with a structured haunted house where I know I'm going to be scared. But in the woods by myself, no.
You're more
I
afraid
don't
of the
wanna die.
great outdoors and nature than you are being in a confined space with potentially ghosts.
No. It's
You know,
totally
they can attach
totally
to you. They can attach to you and follow you home.
They're not gonna do that.
And you're like, I don't believe in specters.
Being in a
Hauntings.
freaking cabin by myself.
Not even a cabin, just out in the woods.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
No.
Raw
no.
dogging nature.
Where there's freaking wolves and no.
Sleep on the leaves.
I've never gone camping in my life.
No, you shouldn't. It's not fun.
So,
It's
thank
not
you,
worth
and I
it.
know it.
No.
I would like to go, but no supplies. I'm just literally sleeping on the leaves and nah, I'm not gonna make it, bro.
No, literally, my friend Sam, she just she sent me this really funny TikTok of this guy who was just like,
Yeah.
no, he's like, no, I don't want to go camping. And he goes, struggling for fun? No, couldn't be me. I was like,
Exactly.
yeah, I can't relate to that. Like, why you want to cosplay as like post-apocalyptic nature people?
I don't
You want to cook your food over a flame out in the woods?
know.
You know, Burger King does fire grilled burgers. You know what I'm saying?
Same effect
It smells and tastes the same, I'm pretty sure.
in the city.
No
right?
way. No way. Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
the country, and I love nature. I love I love all that, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to spend the night with no supplies, no shelter. What? No. If for a fee, if you pay me $1 million,
I know. Well, that's my thing. And I'm like, does that
everything.
mean like, am I compromised? I'm like, if you paid me money, I think like I might be more open to something.
I would definitely. I will tough it out for 8 hours. 8 hours for the night.
24 hours though. Like imagine like, I think
During
I
the
would.
day, I think I'll be fine. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna walk.
I would just walk around.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the water. Hopefully, there's like a little.
Yeah. I would find like a stump and then sit
Yeah.
on it and then not move for like a very long time
For a
until the sun came
while.
back up.
I'm gonna sing.
Like
I'm
once
gonna
the
pray,
sun
I'm
set,
that's when it gets because all that I pictured in my mind when you asked me the question is me like in the woods by myself walking at night, and I was like, why would she do that?
no.
But,
I won't even lay in grass. Like I won't even lay in regular grass because do you know what's out there?
No. Do you know?
I wash Olive's feet every time she comes back into the apartment. I picked a lavender,
Is it
like
good?
yeah, I picked like a little lavender off a lavender bush that we have out in the complex, and I like looked down at my hand, and there was this like almost microscopic little like bug crawling on my finger, and I was like, this is why you don't lay in the grass. Do you know how many disgusting? You know, there's like mites living in your eyebrows currently, like
Right.
disgusting. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Last one.
Okay.
Okay, do it or don't do it, girl.
Okay.
Cage dive with great white sharks.
Don't do it.
Just you, a metal cage, and some big teeth.
Absolutely not. And you know what's funny? Just 3 nights ago, Saturday, this past weekend, we watched a movie about sharks, and
I love
so
movies about sharks.
me too. It's so interesting,
Was
but
it
I
the
will
Meg?
only watch a movie. No. It was, it's some movie on Netflix that
Ooh.
it's shot in a different language.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
I can't remember the name of it, but it's
Okay.
about these people who I guess were they were tagging these sharks and trying to like study their evolution or whatever. I don't know. And the effects that the environment, because they were like in this place where, have you heard about the way that plastics are like all in this one central
Yeah,
location?
there's like a mile long like plastic island. It's like actually
Yes,
very disturbing.
it's very sad,
Yeah.
actually. And I think they were kind of, I fell asleep on the movie, to be very truthful,
You're like,
because
from
you
what
know
I
how I do.
remember.
But what I remember, it was insane. Okay, so
Okay.
my answer to this is a hard girl. Don't do it.
Okay.
Not worth it because sharks are not to be played with.
Yeah. I feel
And
like we as a culture have been desensitized to sharks because of Shark Week.
I guess
Everyone's like, oh, shark, shark,
what
sharks.
is
And I'm like,
sharks?
guys,
These are predators.
there's a lot of people coming out of the ocean with less limbs than they went in with it. Okay. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's documented, like, there's a lot of documentaries about people that have had something bitten off by a shark.
Yeah,
That being
you're
said,
not.
I would do it.
You would?
Yeah, because the likelihood of that happening is very low. And, you
Oof.
know, I also think I would love all the things leading up to it, like getting to the place, going on
Of
the
course.
boat. Like, but I will say
Oh
I
my
have
God.
gone scuba diving, but I had a head
Uh-huh.
cold. And so I was trying to go down and like my head would like the pressure, I couldn't take it.
Oh
So I had to go
gosh.
up.
Okay.
But it was a little bit uncomfortable and scary to scuba dive and like even to
Yeah,
learn to scuba dive and like do the like time you had to do in
it's
the
a
in the little
lot.
pool. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And I hated putting on the wetsuit.
Mm.
But all that being said,
I would do it.
I think I would still do it
You
just to
would
because I
do
think
that?
it'd be like a cool thing.
Wow. Oof. Ellen, no.
Yeah.
So
In
wait,
a controlled environment, you know what
you
I mean?
wouldn't have done the woods overnight, 24 hours in the
No,
woods.
that's too long. I feel like I'd probably lose my mind. Probably lose my mind.
Okay. So she's willing to get in the cage with the sharks.
I'm protected from the sharks. The wolves, there's no protection. There's no
Girl,
cage from the
we've
wolves.
seen the cages get bitten in
I
these
know, but
in
you
the
don't
movies.
actually like once they bite the cage, even if that does happen, they pull you up. You know what I mean?
Oh
It's not like
yeah,
it's
it's just the
Jaws.
trauma. It's just the trauma that you'll have for the rest of your life. You'll never touch an ocean again.
I mean, this is also the thing. You can go in the ocean without being in the ocean, you know? So
I guess. I
you
guess.
can go to where they're not going to get you, you know? Like where I live, like
Wow.
it's pretty, the shelf goes out pretty far. Like that shark
Mm.
would be swimming. I mean, yes, they can survive in low water, but like, I mean, you almost would, it would beach itself trying to get me from where I live.
Uh, that's so surprising. I'm
Yeah,
happy
I
to
know,
hear
right?
that.
I surprised
Wow.
myself too. I was like,
I
I think I would do it.
think I'm gonna do it. That's amazing. Girl,
So that
kudos
was
to you.
just do it. And girl, don't do it. It's not worth it.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Because
So
not doing it
fun.
is not doing it.
Not
Wow.
doing it is not doing it.
It's just not. It is just not.
I
So
love it.
I love that game. I have a game.
Okay. Yay! So fun.
So it is fun. All right. So this particular game I thought would be cool because, over the past year, people have come to learn certain things about us, right?
Okay.
And if there's one thing that we know Ellen is, she is an influencer. So this game, this game is called Look What You Made Me Do. Okay.
Cute name. Oh my God, I love it.
So we're gonna have 3 rounds, and you have to guess what you, Ellen, with a Y, made me do. Okay. We'll start with an obvious kind of. Well, I think it's obvious, easy one.
Okay.
Look what you made me do. I finally drank blank.
Poppy. I
Coffee.
remember. I remember. That's what my brain immediately thought of.
Exactly.
I don't know what the other ones are going to be, but I remember Poppy.
But we know that one. Yes.
Yes. What
I
flavor
got it.
did you drink?
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
I've only drank it that one time, but
it wasn't much of an influence. Poppy, send her a carton of poppies. Maybe she'll keep drinking it.
Maybe I will.
Yeah,
And I think that's what we were asking. We were like, "Yo, Poppy,
hook us
good
up.
sponsor, okay?"
I have a 12-pack in my car right now.
What do you? What
Yeah.
flavor? Is it a variety pack?
It's orange, strawberry lemonade, and cherry lime, I
What
think.
did I drink? It might have been a cola.
Oh, I don't do any of the like soda flavors. I've never had them. Was it
So they
good?
have like fruits flavored.
Oh yeah, I
Whatever
just
I
stick with the
had.
fruit.
Okay, you know what? I gotta try that.
Yeah.
Whatever one I had, it was definitely a soda flavor.
Mm.
And I was just like, it ain't soda. And
Yeah.
honestly, I don't drink soda, like,
Yeah.
but I could tell that it was like a little bit different, and I was just
Yeah. That's why I
like,
drink the fruit ones because I feel like if you're gonna drink a soda, like if I'm gonna have a root beer, I really
soda.
want it to taste like root beer
I want it to be. Yes,
and
yes,
then just have a root beer. You know
absolutely.
what I mean? Because that's like a tough flavor to replicate.
Same. And
Yeah.
honestly, if I'm gonna have a soda though, I want a Dr. Pepper, and Dr.
Mm.
Pepper cannot be beat.
Oh, I went to this barbecue place here and they were like over serving me with Dr. Pepper. Cause like when, I have barbecue every once in a while and I'm like, oh, Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper would be so good with this.
Oh,
Cause
yes.
that's what you do when you get barbecue. So I was getting
Yeah.
it and they were bringing over like large cups of Dr. Pepper and it was like unlimited refills or whatever. So every time I got
Mhm.
to like 3/4 of the way down, they were
Oh,
like, oh, here's another
you
one. I
want
was
some
like,
more?
I'm
Gonna be
never
full
going
on
to sleep and I'm going
HFCS,
to have a
okay?
diabetes by the end of this meal.
Just from this.
I
Just
was
from
like, this
this.
is the best. Because, when you're not picking it, it's just happening. You're
Mhm.
like, well, the calories don't count. So I'm just,
No, absolutely not. This
well,
doesn't
I didn't
matter.
pick it. I didn't make the bad choice.
What can I do? It's
What
all I
can you
got.
do?
It's the
Yeah.
only choice I have.
Okay. Yeah. Poppy.
Oh man, Poppy.
Hi,
Okay, that's
Poppy.
perfect. Now see, that was pretty obvious.
Okay.
So for round two, this one's gonna be, I don't know. I feel like this one's gonna be harder because we also know that I have not seen any movies. Okay. I don't know the movie. And she was telling me a story just pre-recording, people. Ellen was telling me a story about someone she was speaking with, and she was like, "Yeah, he was talking about the Notebook, Forrest Gump, and what was the other movie that you were talking about?
Titanic.
Titanic. I haven't seen two of those three. Okay, and these are like well-known movies.
They're like a
I've
part of like, the cultural zeitgeist.
American,
Yeah.
exactly. I would probably be banned as a citizen if people found out that I
If
did watch
someone
these
said,
movies.
I'll never let go and you don't like know that reference, that's like,
And I get those looks all the time. So, I'm so used to those looks.
but if someone
Um,
said, run, Forrest, run.
I got that. And you know what? My toxic trait is feeling like I know the movie because I know the popular cultural things. Like, oh yeah, Run Forrest Run. Forrest Gump. Duh. Have you seen it? No. I don't know what that is.
You're like, I know
but
enough. I know enough.
but I know enough. Okay. And I
Yeah.
know red pill, blue pill is Matrix. Haven't seen it yet. But
It's amazing.
was I talking to you?
That's
And I was like,
amazing.
wait, don't tell me what happens. And you were like, I can't spoil a 25-year-old movie.
Literally, I was like, it's past the statute of limitations. It's like,
I
what
can
what are we
spoil all I
supposed to
want.
do? Yeah. Someone
Exactly.
spoiled Lost for me and I already forgot what it was. I was like,
Oh well.
oh well. Okay, let's hear it.
So here's a movie for you. Oof, good luck with this one. Look What You Made Me Do.
Okay.
I finally watched blank.
Oh God.
This is hard. And I'm trying to think if I should like give you some context. It is not a popular movie at
Okay.
all, but I watched it. We did speak about it.
What genre? Can you tell me the genre?
Drama.
Drama.
Drama. Yes. I'm going to say you get two guesses and two clues. So I've given you one clue.
Okay, one clue. Drama, and it's an older movie.
Correct.
Olive
It
is
is
fading
older.
fast. Olive. Okay, let me think. It's an older movie. I
Mhm.
recommended you see it, and it's a drama.
Yes.
Okay, can I have one more hint?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay,
You have a
one more
specific
hint.
question or?
No, just
Okay.
give me something.
Just give me
Just give
something.
me something.
Okay, how about this? The lead actress is in the movie Dangerous Minds.
Grease 2.
No.
Ah! Michelle Pfeiffer.
It
What was
is
she
Michelle
in?
Pfeiffer.
And
So
I
the
told you to
D,
watch it.
you told me to watch it. And
Oh,
I
is it
don't
the
know
one where
why.
she's a teacher? No, that's Dangerous Minds.
That's Dangerous Minds.
Oh God.
You've already lost.
No, I have to think. I have to think. Oh,
Wait, you
deep
have one
end of
more
the
guess.
ocean. Deep end of the ocean. Deep end of the ocean.
Ding, 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 ding. There we go. Does anyone
This is
even
so
know?
fun. I love it. This is so fun.
Does anyone even know that movie? I don't
You
know.
honestly,
But
if they don't, you're missing out. It's a heart-wrenching, amazing movie.
when I tell you I cried my freaking eyes out, it's a great movie. I even got Brandon like hooked on it. He came in while I was watching it. He's like, "Why are you watching this 1996 movie?"
It's so
I don't know,
good.
but oh
The
my gosh, it
guy
was so
who was
amazing.
the little boy, the little boy in it is actually he was in the Disney original movie Luck of the Irish.
Yes, he was because I have seen Disney movies. Disney movies, I'm on it.
Yeah, I
Okay?
just saw a clip from that and I was like, oh my God, I forgot all about this movie.
I freaking loved the Disney movies back in
Oh,
the day.
let's
Oh
watch
my Lord.
a Disney Channel movie. Oh,
Oh,
so good.
so
That is
good.
so
On those
funny,
Friday
Aja. This
nights.
is a good one. This is a good one.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's kind of all I have. I thought those were
That was good.
yes. I thought those would be great. And you did great.
Thank you
Actually, you
thank you
killed it.
so much. I had so much fun doing that.
Oh man.
Okay, wait, I have one more game. I had two more games, but I think I'm just gonna do one. I'm debating. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you the titles and you can pick.
Okay.
Okay.
Love that. Love that.
One is called Self-Help
Okay.
or Shelf Help.
These are the two different games?
No. That's one
Oh,
game.
one
Self-Help
game.
or
Oh,
Shelf Help.
oh, okay. That's
And
cute.
you'd have to guess which title is a true personal development self-help title of a book and
Yeah.
which one I made up.
Okay.
I.e. Atomic Habits or Minuscule Moments. Catch my drift. Catch my drift.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
funny, right?
I love that.
Okay. Or the other game is for the founding member of the Beehive, which happens to be my co-host of the podcast,
That is me. It would be me.
Aja Moye Music.
Yes.
Queen Bee.
Oof.
Queen beat the clock. You
Oh.
have to guess the Beyonce song I'm going to play in under 3 seconds.
Oh, shoot. Oh, can we do both? I love these.
I know, they're so fun, right?
Those are fun.
I feel like we
Let's
should do this more. This is so fun.
We're going to have a segment of our show where games.
Where we come up with like funny little like games that are pertinent because this is so fun.
No, I love that. I want to do both. Can
You
we
wanna
do
do-
Queen Beat first?
Yeah, let's save shelf help or self-help for like
For an episode.
Okay.
'Cause
Love
that's
that.
for an episode. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Queen Bee.
Oh, so good.
Now,
I feel like I'm being tested.
do you want me to tell you album?
No.
We're just gonna go.
Yeah, we're
She's
gonna
a
go
true. She's a true
straight
fan.
up.
She's a true
Yes.
fan.
Exactly.
Olive, come on,
and
let's
I have
play.
to name the song.
You have to name the song within the first 3 seconds of it playing.
Okay. Oof. Okay. Within the first 3 seconds of it playing.
Of
I
it
just thought
playing.
They're gonna play a clip and then I get 3 seconds. Okay.
No. It's the first opening 3 seconds of a song.
Oh, the opening. Okay.
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
girl.
Ooh,
Oh no,
I'm scared.
we're not
All
playing
right.
around.
Are you gonna tell me when you start? 1 plus 1.
I know you love that song.
I do love that song.
I know. Okay, 1 plus 1. You got 1 plus 1.
Okay.
Okay, let's do another one.
Mm,
Okay.
okay. Halo.
That one was so easy. I got to get harder
That's
ones.
true. You do. You got to get like a non-single.
Okay, I'm going like deeper. I'm going deeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Gift from Virgo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, now I'm just gonna like randomly throw it around because now I'm like, this is exciting.
Yes.
Oh,
Ooh. I know this. Green light? Freaking
yeah.
red. Freaking red. I was like, it's either freakum or green.
Yes. Okay, let
Oh,
me
man.
do one from okay, hold on. I'm moving around albums.
Okay, right.
Oh.
Get all up in the discography.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun.
Miss Third Ward.
I know it. Shoot.
Should I
Pretty Hurt.
sing it? Good thing you answered. I
Nah,
was about to start singing.
She wanted to sing it.
I'm like, let me sing.
Hurts.
Okay.
This isn't Beyonce.
God, it is a Beyonce song.
Oh, okay. I heard the part you love bright as ever. EXO.
Yes.
I was like, what the heck is that? Oh, it's like a cover?
It's John Mayer.
Oh.
All right, last one.
Last one. Here we go.
Last one. How can it be the last one? I didn't
John
even do-
Mayer did that?
Yeah, I know. Isn't it so good?
Ah.
Oh, I love that
I
cover.
mean, I gotta hear that. I didn't
I
know that.
love that cover. It's so good. Oh my God, did I just influence you?
You did. That's how she do. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Let's do. Give me
Last
one second.
for the win. Oh, cuff it.
Yeah. Okay, last one.
Last one. Here we go. Ooh, I was gonna tell you if it's from Cowboy Carter. I don't know all these names yet. How many times have I let yourself?
The fact that you even know the words, I don't know much about this album.
My dear, hold on. Mhm. Oh damn, I don't know.
That one is called
Daughter.
My Rose.
My rose.
So good.
Ah, so
All right,
great.
I think we can safely say that Beyonce is lucky to have you as a founding member of the Beehive.
You're so welcome, B. I love you.
I love you, B.
Love you, B. So excited to meet you.
Yay!
Yay! Happy 1 year anniversary.
Happy 1 year. It wouldn't be a 1 year anniversary episode without Olive barking at me. So
shout out to Olive, okay,
She's-
because she has been an honorary member of
the
this
third
week's
host, right?
podcast. Is the third co-host.
Well, let's not give her that much credit,
All right.
She could be a producer. She's
She
like,
could be a
wrap it up,
producer.
girls. Wrap it
Yeah.
up.
The time is nigh.
Like,
Okay.
let's go.
Because it's time
Oh
for
my
me to
God.
sign.
Yeah, it's time for us to go. All right. Well, that was really
Yeah.
fun. Thanks for playing.
Sure
And
has.
thank you for everyone for listening. It's been an awesome year. It's been fun.
Sure has. We have so much more in store.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger and better for this next year. Stick
Yes.
around. Continue to share this podcast with
Yeah,
your
share
friends
it with
and
people.
family. Share it, okay?
Talk
Just
about it
share
with people you don't know in the line at the grocery store.
That part. And you know what? Honestly, you really want to be one of those early adopters of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be the person catching on after the fact.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
it's just a bandwagon type spot. You don't want to do that. You want to be like, oh, I was on them when they were like underground. Did you hear episode 1
Yeah.
of 1? Like, come on. That's what you want.
This is coming from an OG member of the Beehive, guys.
Thank you.
She
No,
understands.
seriously.
She understands
Because
getting in early.
I understand getting in early. If you're here today and you're blessed enough to say, like, man, I remember when they first came out.
Yep.
And not like, 10 years later, like, remember that moment?
Getting on the ground floor. We all have artists too. We all have people and artists that we like were there early for. That I genuinely feel like proud of their success.
No,
I feel like I
seriously.
contributed to
Like,
it.
I'm the reason why, because I talked about them everywhere.
I mean, truly, like, honestly, that's how I feel about there's this artist right now, Role Model, who is like blowing up.
Yeah.
And like I went to see him at like Baby Grand in Brooklyn in the back of a bar with like 50 people.
Wow.
And he's
Wow.
like massive now.
Look at that. That's
And
so
it makes me
exciting.
so proud of him.
That's how I felt about J. Cole. I
Oh,
was on him when he was doing mixtapes and no one really knew who J.
mm,
Cole was. And I was like, oh my God, this guy is freaking lyricist. Like, he's amazing. And
oh,
now he's
look
J.
at him.
Cole.
He's
Like,
J.
look at him.
Cole.
Because of you, role model is who he is.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, for sure. 100% actually.
Absolutely.
All
Yeah.
credit.
100%.
Yeah, all credit to me.
So be that person, people. You want to
Yeah,
get in
guys.
early. It's not too late.
Be part of the word of mouth groundswell that helps our podcast
Yeah.
blow up so
That's
that
right.
we can
Grassroots.
then change topics to, how to negotiate with managers and what to talk to
Right.
lawyers about. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, okay. All of that. How to hire a manager and
Yeah, how to
the
interview
do's and
people,
don'ts.
how to cut
Yes.
through the BS of like that
Yes.
world. Cut
I
it
love this
out.
motion. Cut it out.
You know the reference, right?
Full house.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Yes.
I'm just making sure. Cut it out. I use it all the
That's
time. I think it's
so
so funny.
good. I freaking love it. It's
That
so
was such
corny that it's good.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love that character.
Oh,
So funny.
man.
All right, guys. Thank you
Well,
all so much. Thank you, Aja. Love you. Bye,
thank you, Ellen.
Olive.
I love you. Hey, Olive, cutie.
Oh God.
All
Okay.
right.
On
Okay.
that note.
See you guys next time in
Yes.
the next year.
In the next
All right.
season, not season 2, just
Not season,
continuation.
just year 2. Right? Yeah.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
The Regents Podcast. The Regents Podcast.